So I'm Jim Whittaker. I'm from Cove Central, and Cove Central is a business communications provider. We're serving customers primarily in New England right now. We're based in Maine. We have offices in Maine and Massachusetts. We provide business phone systems, SIP trunking, texting, pretty much every business communication solution. It's been excellent. Vodia is great because it works for both kinds of customers. This is a discussion I had with a customer the other day. Not everybody wants to be on the bleeding edge. Vodia is great because you can stay with a version that you're comfortable with and meet your needs. And if you want to run it that way for 10 years, it's going to work great. And it's just going to keep going like a bulletproof system. On the other hand, if there's new features that you want, they're definitely coming out as often as any competing product does, and upgrades are easy. They don't take a lot of time or a lot of headache. And, the new features that you would expect, Vodia usually has it just as quickly as anybody else does. One thing we really love about Vodia is the ability for them to listen to what our customers need. If we send in a request and say, here's a business case that our customer really needs this kind of functionality, a lot of times Vodia will incorporate it in the not too distant future. I mean, they're not going to custom program it for every call you make, but if you say, hey, we'd like it to be able to do something like this, if it fits into the business model, then we soon see it in the next release. We work with all types of customers. Vodia has been particularly great. It's really opened up the government space, the school systems. We work with a lot of large nonprofit organizations, like the people who offer 211 services. So, they're true call center type environments. And Vodia's been able to, be bulletproof for those people. Another big area is just everyday small businesses. The flexibility that Vodia offers. We used to say, well, Vodia, our PBX solution is great for 10 users and above, or 25 users and above. Vodia, it really doesn't matter. We can open up a system for one user and then grow with them till they're 500 users. There's not that artificial limit. And, that goes with that whole SBC comment, that when you don't need all of that extra hardware to make it work, when you have a multi-tenant hosted system available to you, any size customer is just fine, and they will grow into it over time. That's been huge. One of the platforms we offer, we're finding ourselves to constantly install SBCs at a customer site. With the pandemic and the supply chain issues, that's actually gotten a lot harder than it should be to be able to get the hardware, get it in place when we want it in place for new customers. The fact that Vodia's got the SBC integrated has been absolutely fabulous during the pandemic. We don't have to reprogram a phone. If a customer has a phone on their desk and they need it at home, they unplug it and bring it home, and it works. It works anywhere. It's seamless, a lot less support on our end, and the customers are much happier because they're not wondering what they can do. They call us up and they say, we're going to close the office. We can give them 5 things to do, and off they go.